I had this dream. I wrote a Bill Murray, Wes Anderson movie. I had just taken a bunch of NyQuil actually the night before. Not NyQuil, sorry, Benadryl the night before, and it was kind of surprising because I typically don't take anything, but my arthritis was really bothering me a lot, and it has a tendency to kind of itch sometimes in spots where it's really tender. And so I'm taking all these things and I'm putting all this stuff on it, like salves and whatnot. And it was keeping me up. It kept me up the night before. I had only slept till like 4 in the morning, and then I woke up and I just kind of started doing stuff because I couldn't find the rest I was hoping for. So I took the Benadryl, and then I woke up. In the dream, I woke up and I was filming. I was filming via viewfinder this whole event where Bill Murray goes and he goes to this college in Colorado, and then he runs into this person, this biracial kid, this guy who is about 30, and he's supposed to like I'm trying to think. I couldn't. I had the words and I lost them. So he's supposed to do a project with this guy. He is himself Bill Murray. He's not Bill Murray playing a guy. He's just Bill Murray. And this guy's just thinking, he's like, oh my god, I'm doing this project with Bill Murray. It's crazy. I'm supposed to do this commercial for my college. And they get out in the woods in this Pathfinder, this Jeep, and it all just comes out eventually while they're kind of like filming this independent movie that they're working on, or a commercial that they're working on. And then it comes out, he just goes, I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you I'm your dad. Like, I know you're adopted and all these things, but I think I'm your father. They have this kind of wacky back and forth thing going on. And there's a skunk. It sprays the window of their car as they drive, as they get stuck in the mud, and then the air conditioning takes the smell and sucks it into the car, so they have to get out of the car, and then they're walking back to the main road, which is only a couple of miles. It'd be like a short film, like a 30-minute film. And they just kind of hash out some words. And it's got all the Wes Anderson little tropes to it, like the weird angles and the special and specific colors and the font. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it into a comic strip. I'll draw it up. A lot of times that's where a lot of my good comic strips come from. They just come out of these dreams I have. Not all on Benadryl, but something. I don't know. It's just always been interesting to me how you become really drawn into something. What inspires you to make and create things. Where the image behind the mind originates. I remember like being a kid and trying to draw these little G.I. Joes and wrestling figures, and then slowly starting to imagine drawing this entire Japanese manga of these two wrestlers having like an actual match and everything that went along with it, and being blown away, playing Double Dragon and thinking this would make a really cool comic book for a kid to draw, and then trying to do it while cutting out pieces of cardboard to do like the Batman bang, wow, boom, type of things to go along with it. I guess I've always tried to be like that. I've always been making something. I always had some project waiting in the wings, even before I was able to just make something a reality. I look at this print in my studio. It's this luchadora. She's in blue and gold and green, and I hadn't quite figured out how to make the lettering flip so that it's spelled the right way. So the word painting's backwards. I kind of like it that way. And there's a skull and a heart and an eye. I'm supposed to say I heart painting. And I put these little Frankenstein stitches all over it. And it was a linoleum block print. That's probably the craziest part. It's just this butterfly tattoo on her hip. This blue curly hair, big blue curly hair. A mask that has little gold trimmings. It's kind of amazing. I never thought I remember seeing other people make all these prints and all these things and just drawing all these like little strips and everything, and I remember just kind of going like, I wish I could be that way. And I just kept going with it. I kept practicing, kept drawing the same thing, kept drawing people over and over and over again. Look at all these photos and all these references, and I just keep going. That's kind of what you have to do. I mean, my professor that I learned under when I was a teenager, Charles Rogers, said, when you feel like you're done, put another 20 minutes into it. Which can make it endless, but there's something to be said about that. Like, did you put fingernails? Are the corners of the mouths long enough? Are they deep enough? Did you over accentuate the lip, the top lip? Did it fade into the face? Or did you try and make it as physical as like a nose that's deeply prominent? It's all just interesting. I think most of the stuff we make in art is really just us trying to figure out what we're trying to do. We don't always know exactly where we're going to go with it, but we feel like we're going to find it. I think we will. Turned out really nice. Really proud of this one. Might even make it into prints. What do you guys think? Should I? It's nice. I like it. I guess kind of the funny thing about a lot of this stuff is I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get everything going. That show's coming up, so I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to get all these things going. I think I'm putting in some pieces that I've never been able to put in before, which would be kind of cool. I wanted to make a bunch of new stuff, but you know, some of it needs to see light first, and then other parts, you know. I've been working on so much stuff throughout the years. I'm trying to get all these type of projects done, and I haven't always had the right venue in which to show them. So now I should probably do that. I mean, it just makes sense. Everything has to be so complicated. Why? Why, Ma? Why is it so complicated? Why are we having such a hard time with everything? No opinion? You know, use. Just here to be cute. That's it. Yeah. No. No, I don't want that. It's the worst. Paint her out. Bleh. Paint her out.